exciting. Very nice. Much smoother this on it.
Welcome aboard the Southern Vectis Sea Breezer. This journey will take you through some of the finest sea views that the island has to offer. This commentary will point out places of interest and historical significance that you may care to visit along the route. If you wish to leave the vehicle at any point, please press one of the bells. As we leave Ryde Transport Interchange, you will have spotted the island's hovercraft terminal. Hover Travel began its permanent operations between Ryde and Southsea in July 1965 and is the world's oldest hovercraft operator. Hover Travel claims that their service is the only commercial passenger hovercraft service in the world. During the late 1950s, early prototypes of the hovercraft were developed at the Saunders Row factory in nearby East Cowes. Shortly past the island's waterside pool, opened by the Worshipful Mayor of Ryde, Alderman R.V. Bourne, on the 24th of August 1973. The pool is one of the only pools in the UK with a retractable roof, which was added in 1994, and which is usually opened on sunny days. To the side of the pool, you will see Ryde Canoe Lake, completed in August 1881. By the late summer of 1883, the Canoe Lake and Esplanade were brought into use for Ryde Regatta, including bicycle races around the roadway of the lake and various sports on the lake itself. Over the years, many clubs have used it: canoes, sailing boats, model yachts, paddle boats, junior regattas and much more. At the far end of the lake is the bus stop for Atley Beach, perfect for families with young children. There's a playground, a fully licensed cafe, toilets and a lovely sandy beach on which to build sandcastles. There's a pushchair and wheelchair friendly walk along the shore past Atley Tower to Puckpool Park, and the sea view end of the beach is dog friendly. If you're a keen bird watcher, then you'll find sanderlings, gulls, egrets and cormorants amongst the species seen on Ryde's beaches. In 1962, Atley Beach was the original landing site of an experimental hovercraft service from Eastleigh Beach, Southsea, before the facilities at Ryde Quay Road and Southsea Clarence Pier were built in July 1965, when the current hover travel service was started. now travelling up East Hill Road. The former resident of this area was General Sir Samuel James Brown, a British Indian Army cavalry officer who is best known for his namesake invention, the Sam Brown belt, which he developed after losing an arm in battle. He was a British recipient of the Victoria Cross for his service in India, and upon retiring from the army in 1898, he relocated to Ryde and he died here at the age of 76. Observation tower overlooking the Solent, as was fashionable at the time. We are now travelling down Puckpool Hill on the approach to Puckpool Park. The park was originally within the grounds of Puckpool House, a Swiss-style cottage built in 1714. It had many owners, including a David Boys of Apley, who ended up in prison. In 1853, it became the holiday home of Josiah Spode, of Spode China fame. The estate was purchased by the War Department in 1861 in order to build a battery with emplacements for heavy guns. From 1865 to 1928, it was the strongest fortification protecting Portsmouth and the wider Solent. However, an attack never came. None of the thousands of soldiers to be deployed at Puckpool, in over half a century of active service, ever fired a gun at an enemy in anger. In 1972, the former battery was chosen as a backdrop for the film That'll Be the Day, starring David Essex and Ringo Starr. You can still see remnants of the battery, as well as visit the cafe, and there are various places in the grounds to sit with a picnic and watch the boats in the Solent. There's also a children's play area.